Hey everyone, RichGonga bringing you some more Starcraft 2 1v1 action. Down in the bottom on Metalopolis, spawning as a blue Protoss will be BowlOfRice. And in the top left hand corner, spawning as a red Toss, we will have ROOTcanal. Nobody likes a ROOTcanal. But we will have Toss versus Toss on Metalopolis. This is not the MLG version. We have a GLHF coming from ROOTcanal, a hey from BowlOfRice, more just like two hays, but sleep deprivation is getting the best of me at this point, so please do forgive me. We do have a scout going out for BowlOfRice. He's going to be even BowlOfRice letting everybody know that ROOTcanals do suck. As ROOTcanal does agree, he will be scouting incorrectly first and then be going on to the right way. I do believe this is going to be Masters or Diamond. I believe this is Masters. Means your teeth very bad. Explaining to ROOTcanal what his name means, as I'm sure he was unaware of that. Be funny if he was. We do have a gateway going down for BowlOfRice, mirroring from ROOTcanal, also with a gateway going down. As a Toss, you probably do want to get a gateway. ROOTcanal just showing down his assimilator. BowlOfRice not too far behind. And we do have BowlOfRice now in the base. He has scouted where his opponent is. He's going to be poking his head around. See that there is an assimilator along with a gateway there. Not too bad. Pylon going down. BowlOfRice is going to see that pylon there. We do have ROOTcanal is going to be making his way into BowlOfRice's base. He's going to see that gateway finishing up just in time. These probes just now starting on gas. Cybernetics going down. He's going to see the timing on that. This probe being a little pesky. Going to chase him out of there. Did BowlOfRice pull his probe back? Nope, his probe is still poking his head around. Seeing what's going on down here. We do have a second gateway and a cybernetics almost completed for ROOTcanal. BowlOfRice timing just a tad off, not too bad, nothing too major. This probe gonna start hacking away at this gateway. Gonna take a massive amount of time to deal the damage he's going to need to get rid of that. Gonna chrono out a stalker along with warp gate technology. Another pylon going down as BowlOfRice does not want to become supply cap. We do have a stalker coming out for ROOTcanal, who does have rallied onto this probe. This stalker is going to get a few shots off. He's not going to be able to take him out though. We do have another gateway just now finishing up for ROOTcanal. Second gateway just now finishing up for BowlOfRice, who has his own stalker out with a second on the way. Third gate going down. I do not see a third gate for ROOTcanal. Are we going to see maybe an expansion come off of this, or not quite sure what it's going to be. We do see a third gate go down for ROOTcanal. Fourth gate going down for ROOTcanal. We do have 4 gates on the way for him or her. Not sure. ROOTcanal, we're going to call him just because it seems more of a jerkish type position. We do have this stalker commanding the Xel'Naga. His 2 buddies along with the probe going to start making their way over to BowlOfRice. He definitely did not see these 2 gateways. He didn't even see the second one finish. So he does not know what's going to be on its way. For proxy pylon, I feel as though this is a tad bit far out of there. We do have these stalkers going to start laying damage down. Going to be focusing down on one of them. Going to be a little bit of micro pulling these stalkers away. He did lose one. ROOTcanal is going to start backing out of that. We do have warp gate tech just now finishing for BowlOfRice, who also has another stalker over there. He got lost. He was like, oh guys, I don't know what was going on. But I was in the corner smoking the ganj. That rich ganj. Oh. Enough with the jokes. Another proxy going down for ROOTcanal. He is going to slowly make his way up here. We do have 6 stalkers who are going to engage us. These Zelts are going to start running up, taking care, start dealing out some damage to these guys, but it looks like this is going to finish. He's going to kite just enough time that he can get another warp in off of those 4 gates. He actually warped back there with 3 zealots and another stalker. We do have this small grouping of units. We do have a sentry now for BowlOfRice. All he has to do is force field that army, keep them from getting into his main. Looks like we are going to see an engagement here. He needs to get those zealots up in front. Is he going to get there? And he does force field them. Those zealots are pretty much useless down the bottom there. They are going to start hacking away at this stalker. Going to start hacking away at this stalker. This is going to be a little bit too much for Rootcanal to handle, as he is going to back out. Cancel that proxy. Going to throw it down here. This is a very ballsy move from Rootcanal, deciding to cancel. That's 50 minerals wasted on those 2 pylons getting canceled. Rootcanal deciding that the best idea is just to head home, as the party's already been crashed. This probe and proxy set up for BowlOfRice. It's going to warp in a single solitary zealot, who's just going to stand guard. This probe going to make his way into the base, but he's not going to get very far, as these 3 zealots and sentry are going to have none of that. He actually does make it all the way in there to see exactly what's going on. I'm not sure if Rootcanal thinks he killed it or what, but this probe is almost dead. 2 more zealots and a sentry warping in. Is he going to send him after? Is he going to allow this probe to live? Right now he is allowing it to live, taking out that proxy. I'm not sure if Rootcanal is aware that this probe is here. He may be now, because he's starting to move around. He's going to come right to this stalker, and that's not a good idea. This is going to need to get canceled, or it is going to go down. BowlOfRice does throw the cancel down on it. Quite a substantial force down here. We do have BowlOfRice's. In the meantime, he has started a robotics facility. Immortal is out. We do have the expansion going down right now for BowlOfRice. It is going to be before Rootcanal has his, but several zealots. And if you are a toss with an immortal and a lot of stalkers, this many zealots, particularly with charge, can prove to be just as painful as a Rootcanal. BowlOfRice is probably going to want these sentries, maybe add another 1 or 2 even to that army to throw down a lot of force fields. He has quite a bit of zealots of his own, however. They may be able to match. We do have an expansion for Rootcanal just going down now. He's probably going to want to throw a pylon down relatively soon. Twilight Council, as he is going to be supply capped any second. 1 probe and he will be supply capped. But we do have BowlOfRice. His expansion is going to be completed in another 10 seconds. We have BowlOfRice's forces moving out across the map, setting up a proxy pylon so he can reinforce this army. He does have 1 immortal already. Second one not too far behind. An observer out. He probably wants to bring that observer up. We do have the engagement going down. He is going to start kiting. He needs to kite those zealots very carefully. He needs to throw down force fields. Force fields trapping that poor stalker. Not the best way, but these force fields are going to be wrapping these zealots, making them null and void. Not going to be doing too much damage. BowlOfRice with 4 sentries trapping that 1 stalker. I think he was trying to get a few more, just lucked out with that. 3 more zealots in for BowlOfRice. He does have probes starting at his natural now. Some transfer from Rootcanal transferring the probes over. He does have the observer. Going to start poking his head around, seeing exactly what's going on. He is going to see the unit composition as it is right now. We do have a war prism out here. I see 2 more gateways coming up from BowlOfRice and another immortal. He is going to engage this army. He needs to throw down force fields, force fields, force fields, force fields. We do have charge completed for Rootcanal. That charge is so huge, it's going to start slicing away at these stalkers. These immortals need to start firing these stalkers and not necessarily the zealots. Just too many, all of these charges. He's focus firing down. He is going to need to pull out. But at the same time, in the main, we do have zealots taking out all of these probes. He needs to pull them away. Even though he won this engagement, he is in fact losing probes. This Immortal going to go down. Not going to end well for him. He is going to be able to take out one Zealot before he is in fact lost. These Zealots are now going down to take out this Assimilator. Probably not the thing they want to focus. This Zealot is just going insanely crazy. He was the track star at his high school. This Zealot barely made it away with his life. Only 4 health left for him. This Observer is still down here, doing a lot of damage economically. And take a look at the units lost tab. We are going to see that RootCanal has in fact lost more units. BowlOfRice lost more resources due to those Immortals. But the important thing about these numbers is the fact that these 39 units, well, a lot of them were probes for RootCanal. That is where you're going to see most of the difference, as he is going to have to repopulate his mineral line in the main. It looks like we do have another proxy being set up for BowlOfRice, who is still playing around with this Warp Prism. He do have a Twilight Council going down for BowlOfRice. He is going to have this Warp Prism. I don't think RootCanal can see it. He cannot see it. This is just out of range of this pylon. Just out of range, but in the meantime, BowlOfRice has gone ahead and built up another force. He wants to get vision up there, because if RootCanal had some units, it's not a good place for him to be. Sentry stuck out of place. We do have some more Zealots. We're going to see a couple force fields down. However, they are ranged units, so it's not going to do too much. The Immortal does get focus fired down. This is so many Zealots just hacking away and hacking away. Especially with that charge, he has blocked these units in, and BowlOfRice is going to lose every single one of those Stalkers. Not a good engagement on his part, but at the same time, a couple more Zealots back in the main, hacking away at these probes again. That newly rebuilt mineral line, he is going to lose all those probes again. Is he going to lose this probe? He was able to save that probe. He is able to save one probe out of the mineral line that he rebuilt. We do have a robotics bay just now finishing for RootCanal, whose proxies is still up here. I don't think BowlOfRice knows that that's there. He doesn't. He still doesn't. That Warp Prism has turned around a little bit too quickly for him to not see it. A couple of Stalkers is going to be free kills for RootCanal. He needs to get these Stalkers out of there. One Stalker does go down. He needs to pull the other 3 out. That was almost 4 free kills for RootCanal. He needs to pull that Immortal back. He is going to pull the Immortal back. This is so many Zealots with charge. That is just too many. He needs to turn around and take care of that Zealot. Let this Stalker keep walking. 10 life. He is counting his blessings. Blank almost finished now for BowlOfRice, who does have 2 Immortals on the field. He probably wants to continue to make those. And he's going to need a 3rd base soon. But first, we are going to see RootCanal come in here and try and do something about this expansion down here. We have so many Zealots out. Are they going to get taken out? We do have the Zealots taken out for RootCanal, but BowlOfRice is going to blink in on these sentries. That's exactly what he needs to do. These Stalkers. We do have a GG from RootCanal. Well played. And I'm wondering why he GG'd, because BowlOfRice's Warp Prism was still up in the main. Probably about to warp in a few more Stalkers or what have you, and we had this force down here that was going to finish this off with no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been RichGonga. Hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you guys later.